All right, guys, here we go. I've avoided the internet. I've avoided spoilers. We're gonna watch this. Drake and 21 Savage, her Loss album review by Anthony Fantano. As you guys know, I've had a little history of getting into altercations with him over his bias, hate-felt reviews of Drake's past albums. So I'm just hoping that on this album that I really loved and a lot of people really are enjoying, I just hope that he maybe breaks this Drake hater character just for one video. That's all I'm hoping for here. That's all I'm hoping for. Yeah, no big deal. No big deal. All right, let's go.
Hi everyone, 𝗟𝗵𝗀𝗀𝗀 here, the internet's busiest music nerd, and it's time for a review of this new Drake and 21 Savage album, Her Loss. Yes, this is a new collab record from Canadian singer, songwriter, rapper Aubrey Graham, aka Drake, as well as maybe the greatest rapper from the UK, 21 Savage, who decided to team up for this surprise record.
Is he the best rapper from the UK? I think he is, bro. I mean, if we UK rappers, let me Google this. Is there like a legit UK rappers? Yeah, no, he's the best. He's the best. I don't even know what that list was. He's the best. He's the best.
That was announced a few weeks ago, and I was pretty excited for it, honestly, even though much of Drake's solo work as of late has been dreadfully boring. Teaming up with an artist with a million...
What?
Much of Drake's solo work as of late has been dreadfully boring.
Dude, you know what's so crazy? Because I, you know, get into random conversations, and it's so shocking, like, how many people actually love his last album, Honestly Nevermind. And all the people that I've noticed that like it are people that don't really even use the internet like that. The only people I see talking shit about that album are people that use the internet. Why is that, bro? Why are real life people who don't give a fuck, like don't check Twitter, why do they like it? But all these other people are like, dude, this shit sucked, bro. This shit was boring. Why, dude? Do you think they're thinking for themselves? I don't know, dude. You know what? I don't think so. I don't think so, bro. I don't think so.
Teaming up with an artist with a million times more street cred than him could potentially pull a W, put Drake in a mode where he's maybe a bit more aggressive and focused. Not to mention his last major collaborative effort, What a Time to Be Alive, with Future, had quite a few bangers on it. Maybe Drake and 21 would strike up some similarly exciting chemistry, especially on some low-key, cold-blooded shit. That would be great, and that's exactly what we hear for the first leg of this record. Whether that be the opener Rich Flex, with its multiple beat and flow switches, it's hard as hell. But yeah, on this track, Drake and 21 are sounding unbothered and mean from front to back. It's about as great as an opener as I think you could ask for. Then we have Major Distribution, which is not...
Sorry, I'm not trying to pause as much. I'm really not trying to pause as much, but I'm shocked. I'm shocked that he didn't make fun of it, because you see, dude, if you go on TikTok, bro, I had to just shut off TikTok, bro. If you go on TikTok, every single Drake video I'm seeing is people making fun of him in this song, like making it seem zesty and like he was being fruity and shit. And I'm seeing these fucking grown men like twerking and shit on TikTok, like acting like, oh, this was Drake in the studio. Meanwhile, no, that's just you on camera. You're posting, like, you're trying to be funny, but in reality, you're the one doing weird zesty twerks on camera, bro. So who's the zesty one here, bro? Who is it? There was nothing zesty about that. All of a sudden, now it's a TikTok joke. Makes no sense, bro. It doesn't make sense, is what I'm saying. Like, if it made sense, it would be funny. It just doesn't make sense, bro. It doesn't make sense.
Not as bold, does not feature as great a hook, but still scratches that very mean and low-key itch. The beautiful and glamorous intro is really nice as well. Sounds like something super elegant off a Kanye record. And with On BS, we get yet another hypnotic banger. It's one of many tracks on this record that are engineered so well. The bass, the vocals, the perks all come through so crisp. Meanwhile, on the lyrical front, Aubrey and 21 are on this just endless string of spicy flexes, but it's really their confident demeanor that sells it. These tracks really only account for one mood or mode on the LP. Things Things begin to morph as we go deeper into the record, sliding away from the quiet slaughter gang shit that 21 Savage sounds so at ease on, in favor of cuts that are a bit more buttery, melodic, and sweet. There's the underdelivered privileged rappers, where Drake sounds especially checked out on the vocal end. The sleepy synth passages laced into the beat aren't really helping, and I don't think this beat is really doing all that much for 21 Savage's violent and weirdly sexual bars here and there, complaining about his girl being on her period and wiping his dick off on her bra.
Wait. 21 Savage has some of the funniest lines, bro. I don't think it's weirdly sexual. Like, I didn't get like a weird vibe. They're just funny, bro. But so far, like, this seems like a positive review. Like, but dude, 21 is his random like funny lines are they're just funny, bro.
Sounds even more out of his element, trying to sound romantic but not really on Spin 'Bout You. This kind of vibe is just not really one that I think he thrives in. However, Drake on the back end doesn't sound too bad. He kind of carries on this track, but that's not surprising. A song of this style and vibe is kind of like a home game for him. However, nobody is carrying on the song Hours in Silence, which starts off smooth and catchy enough, I suppose, but as soon as 21 comes through with this embarrassingly bad sung performance, it's just a mess. Because from there, Drake pretty much subjects us to this overly long vocal odyssey with no direction or end in sight.
Hours in Silence is like one of the best songs on the album, bro. That is honestly one of the best songs on the album.
This track, honestly, is just a waste of time. But the crown jewel of the center of this album has to be Circo Loco, which has caused quite a stir online, not just because of its Daft Punk sample in the instrumental, but the bar where Drake is very apparently throwing a jab at Megan Thee Stallion. And yeah, the beat sucks. The Daft Punk sample is not really well placed. In fact, it's so buried you can barely hear it. And Drake's attempt at an interpolated hook of, one more time is pretty embarrassing and a total non-starter. Thankfully, things move in a more positive direction past this point. Pussy and Millions features a very grand and feel...
That's the whole comment on that song, Circo Loco. People love that song. That's the whole See, like, it's like... Oh. Now I don't even know if this is positive anymore. Bro.
Feel-good trap beat, as well as a decent Travis Scott feature on the back end. 21 Savage sounds especially expressive on this track, and Drake's vocal lines are pretty on point. Meanwhile, Broke Boys is a woozy trap banger, probably the biggest banger on the record that we get since, the first several tracks on it. That and the murderous bop more ends, which is mostly dominated by 21 Savage. We have a few Drake solo cuts on the record as well, of course, like we had on What a Time to Be Alive, and these are mostly fine, kind of a mixed bag though. Middle of the Ocean is kind of that smooth, classic, diaristic Drake that we know so well, which is...
Dude, Middle of the Ocean is fire, bro. I think... Chat, what's your favorite song on the album? And low-key, I like More M's, too. I really like More M's. I like Middle of the Ocean. I like More M's. I like Spin 'Bout You. Dude, I like the whole first... I don't even know what I would skip. Jumbotron. Maybe the only song I would get to and maybe skip sometimes is Jumbotron. I don't know. You liked 𝗟𝗶_𝗀𝗀? No, I'm not even saying it's bad. I'm just saying I like all the songs, bro. But yeah. Wait a second. What? Treacherous on Mute makes no sense, bro. I love that song, bro.
It's not entirely a bad thing. I think these songs, when he's really kind of in his feelings and going over his past, his successes, his current mindset, it tends to be moments where he's really focused. Not to mention some of the best and most genius bars on the entire record are on here. The Cirrus Cloud reference. Also, like feeling like an Amber Alert, the way he takes her to the mall and she finds Tiffany. But by that same token, Jumbotron shit poppin' does absolutely nothing for me, especially since over much of the track, Drake sounds like he's doing his worst Young Thug impression. Plus all these goofy gunshot sounds with his mouth, it's just shit. And 3 AM on Glenwood sees 21 Savage pretty much doing that diaristic Drake thing. And he sounds kind of silly doing it, honestly, even though he does get some personal stuff off.
Nah,
of
he doesn't sound silly, no!
The closing track, I will say, is pretty interesting. I think, in a way, it is a meta-reflection on much of the toxicity on the album so far. Drake kind of paints himself as somebody who is being left in the dust at this point, and maybe that's due to his behavior, maybe that's because of her. I guess in a way, her loss, at least that's what it seems like his attitude is to a degree. But yeah, honestly, even though this record has its duds, it really surpassed my expectations. In fact, it was a lot better than I thought it was going to be, especially given a lot of Drake's recent output. Even if Drake did carry on a lot of these tracks and 21 wasn't exactly like the star of the show for most of it, like clearly Drake was the guiding personality for much of this project. Still, it seems like bringing him into the fold in such a close and intimate way has lit enough of a fire under Drake's ass or inspired him to actually have some goddamn fun, to the point where much of this album is actually tasteful, entertaining, cool to listen to, and not nearly as corny as it could have been. Spare those jabs at black women that just didn't really need to fucking happen. In one breath, I could say this is Drake's best output in years, but in another, consider what his output has been over the past several years. So even if this is a big improvement, what does it really mean? Look, all I really do know is this album has quite a few bangers on it. Well produced, well performed, very catchy, very cold, very mean, and if you could somehow see yourself through the toxicity of it all, I think you will get quite a bit out of it. But if not, and you want to pass on it, I don't think there's anything that you're really truly missing anyway. I'm feeling a decent 2 strong 6.
Interesting, bro. Interesting, bro. Like a 4, 5, 6. That's like a like a 4, 5, like a 5, 6 is just like it's like all right, you know. I don't know what I at this point, bro. At this point, bro, I don't even know what's going through this guy's head. Like what Drake could do to actually like have like a good score, bro. I really don't. I really don't. And I want to see what albums he's given like a 10 and like a 9 to. I want to ask him these questions, bro. Should I call him? No, because I need to know. I like, now it's killing me, bro. Now it's killing me, bro. Because this was the one, I was like, dude, soon as I heard this and I thought about, oh shit, this dude, Fantel's going to make a review. This is going to be a good review. It's going to be, bro. He won't be able to hate on it. This, to me, this is hating, bro. A 6 out of 10. Like, yo, chat, if you went and saw a movie, right? And you were like, yo, this is a good movie. What would you rate that movie? Out of 10. Like, to me, if a movie is a 6 out of 10, that's not a good movie, bro. That's not a good movie. That's not good, bro. 7 is like, oh no, it's like decent. It's like decent. 8 is like, yo, this is a good movie. 9 is like, this is great. 10 is like, this is perfect.